Hi, I'm Bill Creed. I'm the publisher with the Gazette newspaper group here in Jefferson. And did you know that in 2019, the 17 Ashtabula County food pantries distributed over 1,349,000 pounds of food to over 70,000 Ashtabula County families? The need for food is real. Please join us on September 11th for our annual fundraiser, or visit www.gofundme.com/feedthehope2020.
Each year, 17% of Ashtabula County adults face hunger or food insecurity. And that's why ACMC supports Feed the Hope.
Lakeview Federal Credit Union in Ashtabula, Jefferson, and Geneva
supports Feed the Hope 2020.
The Ashtabula Foundation supports Feed the Hope 2020. You can make a difference. For every dollar donated to Feed the Hope, it provides 4 meals to Ashtabula County residents.
Direction Home of Eastern Ohio is happy to sponsor the 2020 Feed the Hope campaign.
Midway Chevrolet is proud to support the Feed the Hope 2020.
Roman Shores Police supports Feed the Hope 2020.
We are Nancy and John Patterson, and we support Feed the Hope 2020.
And we would like to thank you for your support for this year's effort, and ask that if you haven't donated yet, feel free to do so. We thank you for all that you have done. Let's get on with this, Ashtabula County, and do our best for each other. Thanks again.
ATEC supports Feed the Hope.
There are 17 food pantries, 4 soup kitchens, and 2 shelters in Ashtabula County.
So that's why University Hospital's Conneaut Medical Center
supports Feed the Hope.
UH Geneva Medical Center is proud to support Feed the Hope 2020. Catholic Charities of Ashtabula County
Supports Feed the Hope 2020. 3 years ago, Country Neighbor and partner organizations and individuals organized Feed the Hope. In the last 2 years, our first 2 events, we were able to provide 261,000 meals for Ashtabula County friends and neighbors. Our goal for Feed the Hope 2020 is to raise $65,000 to provide over 225,000 meals. That is why Country Neighbor supports Feed the Hope.
Woodcraft Industries, Aquanix Company, proudly supports Feed the Hope 2020.
Grand Valley High School proudly supports to Feed the Hope 2020.
Gazette newspapers proudly supports Feed the Hope 2020. Did you know that in 2019, the 17 Ashtabula County food pantries distributed 1,400,000 pounds of food to over 70,000 Ashtabula County families? Please support us during Feed the Hope.
Job and Family Services supports Feed the Hope.
The Ashtabula County Commissioners proudly support
Feed the Hope 2020.
Good morning, Ashtabula County, and welcome to our 3rd annual Feed the Hope. I'm State Representative John Patterson, and with me is Barb Klingensmith from Country Neighbor. Barb, what day is today?
Today is Feed the Hope Day.
Feed the Hope. And also, it's Friday, September 11th, 19 years ago today. And as we all sacrificed at that time to help those who were in need in Ashtabula, or in New York City, so too today do we ask for your support for a noble effort to help feed our people in need in Ashtabula County. So Barb, tell our listeners, how did this all get started?
It all got started with a phone call from Representative John Patterson who said that he had a project that he would like to see, you would like to see come to Ashtabula County. And so from there, it is history from 3 years ago. Oh.
Barb, look who's here.
Hey, on behalf of the county, symbolizing the many individuals who have supported Feed the Hope, here's the box that has traveled around the county to symbolize the support of all individuals in the county.
Thank you. That's retired
awesome.
Superintendent Dr. Jerry Brockway. He still gets around today, and we appreciate all your support, Jerry. Thank you so much. So we have packaged a lot of boxes like this. How many meals? We had first one, obviously, 2 years ago, and then last year. How many meals have we made throughout the course of our existence, our efforts here?
The first one was at the fairgrounds, and we packaged 60,000 meals. That was 2 years ago. And then last year, we had higher aspirations. We did 201,000 meals. We had moved it to the mall, and we had over 650 volunteers that participated last year. So
Perfect. So when we're talking about meals, I think there may be a meal or two in here. I hear one. Yes, well, look what we pulled out. This would be, oh my goodness, one of our favorites. Mac and cheese. Tell us about the contents. Tell us, Barb, how this goes from raw materials into something that can be processed for children, especially after school, right?
absolutely. This package here will provide 6 meals to a family or an individual or family. And it's just everything is in there. We have the macaroni and all of the, the cheese and everything that you need. You just put it in your water, and the directions are on the back to help people to know how to cook that.
So before the COVID crisis, we would get in a truckload of raw materials, the noodles and everything else, and then we would set up tables, lots of tables, and there would be, 10, 12 people at a table,
10 to 12.
measuring, putting this together, and then sealing it at the end and putting a sticker on it as to its date and where it was packaged, correct?
Correct. And then we put them in the boxes,
Mhm.
and then those boxes are on pallets, and then they go back to Country Neighbor as the Ashtabula County Food Bank, and then we redistribute out to all the food pantries in the county, who then distribute to individuals in need.
And those meals have helped feed thousands of people, and I bet you have an estimate of how well that has been received in the community in terms of number of meals and such.
It has. Well, we've done the 201,000, and it provided support for over 70,000 individuals.
Fantastic. So we had mac and cheese. Let's see what else is in our box
Okay.
again, shall we? And let's see. Oh, here's another favorite. What is that?
This is very well received. This is breakfast. It's instant apple cinnamon oatmeal. And again, the same thing, where there's about 6 meals that are in this, and you just follow the directions on the back, add your water, add your oatmeal, and voila.
So normally, we would be getting together hundreds of people to package these meals.
Correct.
Can't do that because of COVID. And tell us that consternation that you felt as this event evolved this spring, this summer, watching what was happening. What were some of the process to get us from packaging to this virtual event where we are today?
Well, the need is still there, and so what we were trying to figure out is how we still can meet the need of food that's necessary in the county, but without bringing together all the volunteers that we had. We had a lot of people, I had several people called me and were, they felt very, they wanted to help, but they wanted also, it was like, they were saddened that they couldn't get together. So we decided as a group, we all decided that we would do the virtual event to raise money, and then we'll have that money to purchase food if we need that for the food pantries.
So for safety's sake, the traditional event was canceled,
Correct.
but the need is still there.
It is.
And this summer, and a number of us who are helping out in this project helped you unload the trucks with the federal government food that came our way. But Barb, what's going to happen when that runs out this fall?
then we rely a lot heavier. I mean, all the food pantries still are serving individuals in the county. They are located throughout the county. So while that's nice in that it's the fresh produce and dairy products, these are staple products that then go, continue on because that is going to end. So now what do we do for the rest of the year?
So I know some of our listeners out there are going to wonder, well, if you can't package this, then what's that money going to go for? And that's how people can help right now is go online. We have a GoFundMe account. But what will that money do between now and next year?
It'll help to purchase food that the food pantries need. They all use pretty much the same thing. And so what we will do is we will purchase food that they need to distribute.
So this is like an insurance policy or a bridge from where we are now with the federal program to next year when we can do this again and actually package. This will allow you the financial resources to help our people in the process.
Absolutely.
And we've been blessed to have great support from around the county. And we're going to share that list of sponsors a little bit later in our broadcast here. And can we see what else is in here in terms of fun food? Why, look at this. What is that?
This is more mac and
More
cheese.
mac and cheese. I think we have other things besides mac and cheese in here. That's
We have
more
more
oatmeal. But there was another meal that we experimented with last year.
We did the...
I don't see it in here. This is all mac?
This is mac and cheese. Last year, we had added the tomato basil macaroni. So it was like a tomato basil pasta that we had added.
And that was very popular too.
That was as well.
So we used to have a contest for whoever packaged the most, a friendly competition between different tables, correct?
Right.
And there are some of our folks, I can think, I'll just make up some names who would have been involved. Patrick Arcaro would be one, quiet, shy Patrick. And then his counterpart in the effort who would have been in friendly competition with him would have been the illustrious Jerry Brockway.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And then we had that ACMC and the UH dynamic that was going on. And then we had that church group from southern Ashtabula County, Windsor down your area, Windsor and Colebrook, who were ultra competitive because they were doing it for all the right reasons, to serve the people of the Lord, right?
Absolutely.
But they started a little bit before the bell went off, didn't they?
Just a tiny bit.
But that was part of the magic, wasn't it?
It was.
And we have heard from many of you out there how much you miss being able to take part in the packaging process. And we will be back next year to do just that. But to help this year, in place of their physical presence, they can still make donations, correct, Barb?
They can.
And how would one out in our listening audience do that?
We do have the GoFundMe account that's set up online, or you can actually directly mail to Country Neighbor. And our address is P.O. Box 212, Orwell 44076. And just be sure that you somehow denote that it is Feed the Hope that's designated for that program.
And who should they make their checks out to?
Make it out to Country Neighbor or Feed the Hope. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Do you take credit cards?
We do. We also, you can go online on our page and also do credit accounts.
So our people can help other people by participating in this process, and everyone wins. So that's what you're saying?
That is. It's a win-win for all of us.
That's what we're after, a win-win, especially on this day and all days for our folks here in Ashtabula County. So don't leave us. We have more that's coming, more entertainment, more excitement, more Barb Klingensmith this morning on Feed the Hope, Ashtabula County 2020. Thank you.
I think during these uncertain times, it's more important than ever for businesses to support programs like Feed the Hope. We're proud to do it. We've done it in the past, and we'll continue to do it in the future. But again, due to our uncertain times now, it's more important than ever for us to get out there and do that.
Commissioner Whittington. I'd like to introduce to you today Commissioner Catherine Whittington is with us for our Feed the Hope Live. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. On behalf of the County Commissioners, we are happy to be part of Feed the Hope 2020. We've been big supporters since it started back in 2018, and unfortunately, we're now having to be virtual, but we're still very active and involved.
Thank you. We are very appreciative of your support and your continued support. You not only, all three of you have always been there to help package, and you know, we're sorry to say we have to do it this way this year, but we are just as excited as we were in the past.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As of this moment, we have raised $57,179. We still need $7,821 to reach our goal of $65,000, which will provide 225,000 meals. Catherine, did you know that 1 in 4 Ashtabula County residents experience food insecurity?
No, I did not know that. Did you know that 21.8% of senior citizens over the age of 60 utilized a food pantry? Barb, how many food pantries do we have here in the county?
We have 17, and they're located throughout the county. Every area of our county are represented for people to be able to access. In 2019, there was nearly 70,000 of our friends and neighbors who reached out to the Food Network for help. And the 17 pantries provided over 447,289 meals last year.
That's amazing. Did you know on September 13th, 2019, Feed the Hope 2019 brought together over 650 Ashtabula County volunteers for approximately 2 hours to package 27,695 pounds of food, which equates to approximately 201,000 meals for distribution throughout our local food pantries. The need for food is real. We still need your help. We still need to raise $7,821. Please find it in your hearts today to reach down and donate. No donation is too small today to help feed your neighbor.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your continued support, and we appreciate your help.
I look forward to continuing to feed our families with you for many years to come, Barb. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. I'd like to introduce Bill Creed, who is with the Gazette, and he has always been a strong supporter, and we want to send a message.
Hi, I'm Bill Creed. I'm the publisher with the Gazette newspaper group here in Jefferson. And did you know that in 2019, the 17 Ashtabula County food pantries distributed over 1,349,000 pounds of food to over 70,000 Ashtabula County families? The need for food is real. Please join us on September 11th for our annual fundraiser, or visit www.gofundme.com/feedthehope2020.
Hey, look who's here with us today. I didn't realize you were going to be here live, but we really appreciate you stopping by. And again, with Bill Creed's support, the Gazette support, they've been tremendous over each of the events that we've had. And so we want to thank you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. It's hard to believe this is our 3rd year.
Isn't it?
And it's gone by so fast. And to hear that we had the opportunity to help 70,000 of our families, friends, and neighbors throughout the county last year, I'm really pleased to pledge our support once again. Gazette newspapers will donate $1,000 to the Feed the Hope this year, and we're just really proud to be part of this project.
Did you hear that? $1,000. Thank you so much, Gazette. So that now puts us at $6,821. So we can make this.
Fantastic.
So thank you.
I hope everybody joins us in supporting this effort, and it's such a great program and helps so many of our neighbors.
Absolutely, and we look forward to next year.
Absolutely.
In person, again.
The packaging aspect was a lot of fun. To see that many people working together to accomplish a common goal, the camaraderie, the friendships, the friendly competition. You know, I hope that, you know, we'll be able to bring some new teams on next year to help us. It was really a tremendous amount of fun.
And it really serves two purposes. I mean, there's twofold to this. One is, yes, we're helping people that are in situations that they need some support with food insecurity. The other thing is, when we talk about our actual event where we're packaging, it's just to see the energy and the camaraderie, as you said, going on. So we look forward to 2021 as well.
Well, thank you so much for letting us be part of the project.
Thank you. We will hear from our sponsors.
Direction Home of Eastern Ohio is proud to sponsor Feed the Hope for Ashtabula County. We've worked years with Country Neighbor, and we're happy to help all the residents of Ashtabula County.
We have Patty Anderson, who is here with United Way, Team United Way. So I want to welcome you and thank you. United Way has been also a very strong supporter, has been there since day one. So maybe tell me a little bit about what it means for you.
Hi, Barb. The United Way of Ashtabula County is honored to have been a part of Feed the Hope since the beginning. The first year we put together a team and we saw all of the inspiring work that was done the first year. And then last year we helped with the friendly competition with some contests and amazing support with the 600 volunteers that came out to the mall. Another inspiring group. And then this year, wanting to continue on that momentum, helping make it a virtual event.
And absolutely, and you guys did that video. That was an awesome, cute video. So if you haven't seen it, go to the website or go to the our Facebook account. Make sure you see that.
We decided to be a part of the friendly competition this year. Threw our hat in with a live video. Kristen decided to go retro with a 70s version of the Jackson 5's ABC. So yes.
You could see some of it right
now. It was fun.
Oh, we can see some of it. We're hoping to go viral. Is that the word?
You got it. You got it. She has some hidden talents that we didn't know.
We don't, but thank you.
All right. Well, thank you again, and
good luck. And everyone, go to the GoFundMe page. Join United Way of Ashtabula County in supporting Country Neighbor and Ashtabula's the hunger issue in Ashtabula.
Thank you. All right, now I'd like to introduce to you John Broom. John is with ACMC, joining us here today. So how are you?
Oh, very well, very well. It is, this has been a fun time leading up to this. And obviously from ACMC's perspective, good nutrition helps with health. So that's why ACMC enjoys being a sponsor and providing groups in the past to come out and fill the boxes with all the food. We do have a good time with that. So this year's a little unusual for us. But I'll tell you what, I worked on the Pass the Box video that we saw earlier, and the one comment that I heard over and over from people was, it's good that we're starting to interact a little more, even if we have the mask on and we're social distancing and we're, you know, elbow bumping or fist bumping. Just being able to get around and let people take part in that. There were, I think, 17 different groups that were involved in that video, and many of them said, we're so glad to be able to get out and do something to help other people in the county, even if we're doing it virtually. So this was a very beloved event that we managed to take digitally for at least a year, and next year we can look at blending this all together somehow.
Absolutely. And just think, we're now TV stars.
Well, Facebook at least.
Yeah,
Well,
Facebook at least.
Start
Yeah.
that. We know TV stars, but we'll start with
We're
Facebook.
getting there.
Now, this will also be on YouTube after later on after this. We'll upload this to YouTube. It will stay on Facebook so people can access it there. I know for a lot of people, obviously it's middle of the working day, so they may not have time to watch it now. Tune in later on because it'll still be on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube. And people can continue to donate even after we end this live event right now.
Absolutely. And again, that'll be on the GoFundMe page, or they can actually send checks directly to Country Neighbor at our address.
And that's a good option because I know a lot of people are a little leery about some of the digital donations and things like that, or maybe they have some problems with the technology. We were talking earlier about how things change. You go and look at something and then you go back and look at it again and it looks a little different. You're not sure, did I go back to the right place or not? So being able to mail those checks in is a very important aspect of this.
Right. Thank you. It is. And again, we have the P.O. Box 212 Orwell. And I want to thank ACMC and
Absolutely.
for your support.
Like I said, it's important for us to obviously support the community, support community events, but this is just a fun event for many, many people. I mean, leading up to it, I know there's a lot of planning and organization that goes into it. And the day of in the past years, the day of the event, it's just people everywhere. Mm-hmm. And it's such a festive event, and we can't wait to get back to that and to be a part with everybody all together. But we'll stay in the digital world this year, but next year let's try to bust back out.
There you go.
Get back in person with this.
And I'm glad you kind of touched on the fact that there's a lot of planning, and there is a committee who actually works and plans this together, and like ATAC and ACMC and University Hospital and Representative Patterson. So I Job and Family Services. I don't want to leave anybody out, but we really truly appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you.
Well, and leading it with that, I really am almost literally a Johnny-come-lately to this because I've been in behind the scenes with photos and things in the past, but this is a year that because of just the COVID situation and everything, I've been able to step up a little bit more with my time and help with a project like this. So we need volunteers always to be able to step into these types of roles. Mm-hmm. And just because you're busy this year, maybe next year somebody's not quite as busy and can step into a volunteer role to help with organization and planning, because we really do need as many volunteers as we can get for this because it keeps growing every year. It does. And I know we've joked in the past, I think John Patterson was involved in one of these conversations, why not 600,000 meals? Now that's a stretch. He's giving me double thumbs up over there. So, but we kind of joked about it, but really too, we started and we grew now at 225,000 meals. I mean, really, this is growing at a nice pace.
It is.
So a few years from now, we could be at that.
You never know.
Because it's definitely needed.
Right.
As you said with the did you know numbers, I mean, some of those are kind of staggering. Mm-hmm. And maybe food insecurity, we need to explain that a little more. It's not knowing where your next meal comes from.
That's right. Or
tomorrow's meal.
Right.
And being able to have a package like this, the oatmeal or the pasta, and go to a food bank or one of the other locations and get that, that takes care of that insecurity, so you sleep better the next night.
Absolutely.
And it all plays into health.
You're very correct. And remember, we're $6,821 short. So we are still waiting on donations. And we appreciate your help.
I'll sneak in here as John Broom sneaks out here, and we appreciate all the work he's done. He did a tremendous amount of work on these videos, but I'm happy to jump in here and talk about what ATAC has done in the last couple of years and being a part and being a supporter. I'm Scott Wadega. I'm the new superintendent. So thank you for everything that you've done for our community to put this together.
You're welcome. But thank you. We can't, again, ATAC has been a strong supporter through the years and through the last 3 years and continue, and we really appreciate that.
And I know talking to our students, they get excited about things like this, and they understand the importance of community service. It's part of what our students learn here, not only the skills in their career technical programs to get that competitive advantage and expand their opportunities for college and career, but also the importance of being a good community member. And community service is something that we emphasize in all of our programs. And when students found out this year, the ones who participated last year, that they wouldn't be able to do it this year, they were a little disappointed. And so we were able to catch up with some of those students and hear what they had to say. And I'll let the students talk about that, and then I'm gonna step out and see where we're at on the total on our GoFundMe page, and we'll get an update. But now we'd like to hear from some of our students who participated last year and expressed their support for Feed the Hope.
We aren't able to pack boxes this year, but we can donate. Please support Feed the Hope. Food pantries help provide about 5 days of food for any people in need.
We had 200,000 meals ready. We need your help to help these people.
In 2019, the Food Network provided 69,000 meals to individuals.
69,000?
We need your help. Please donate. Please support Feed the Hope. Please support Feed the Hope.
Please support Feed the Hope.
We need your help. Please donate. Please support Feed the Hope.
Hi, I just have with me Kelly McGinnis. Kelly is the University Hospital Community Outreach Coordinator for Ashtabula County. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome. This event, 3 years ago, you asked me to be on the committee and didn't know what I was getting into. But it's so humbling to see everybody come together to feed our community and to support the community. You know, I go into the schools and I know that there are children out there that use the pantries, their families. So this event, I love this event. I like the packing event, you know, that little competition that we have going on. So this year, we decided to do a raffle, and the last I heard, we've raised about $1,000.
Wow.
So.
Fantastic. We are now at $5,821 to meet our goal. So that is awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly, and to the team at UH, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you.
We'll provide a lot of meals.
Okay.
Am I out? I'm gone.
Right there.
Hi.
Barb, look who I found.
Oh, I'm still in. Hi.
You're still in. Look who I found, our dear friend Jimmy
Where
Holcomb.
am I? How did I get in here? I'm looking for Jerry Lewis and Ed McMahon in the tote board. How are we doing
Well,
today?
that could be.
That's us.
This is the man who runs Sunshine live from the sharpest corner of the state in Conneaut, Ohio, one of our big supporters out there who brings life to this whole project. And now we are getting to turn the tables on him because he's usually
Well, I can't
interviewing
chew my
us.
nails, but I'm pretending, yeah.
So Jim, talk to Barb. Tell us about things.
Well, how are you doing? Good to meet you.
Thank you. You too.
And like I said, we do a Great Wave Communications has a daily, for 11 years now, a daily weekday morning program, a community show I would call it, that tells about all sorts of fantastic people, teachers, politicians even we allow on there, all sorts of people, every morning in the show for 11 years now. I've been doing it about 5 years, and I came into a couple of years ago finding out about Feed the Hope through the people that I talked to on the morning show. And I mean, the first year, you know, 100,000 meals. Next year, over 200-some thousand meals. I'm hearing these great numbers and what I thought was really fantastic. People in the community coming together to work together for that common goal. Because I remember somebody famous saying, "Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you." And you know, for those that need, it didn't say if your need is that you're the same belief as I am, political party as I am, but if there's a need, there's a need. Right. And communities come together to help. So
Mr. Patterson had asked me to come to this event for this year because it's being done a little differently. But you know what, it's funny, even though COVID is on, the need doesn't change. As a matter of fact, it might even be more pronounced during this time. So I'm glad for our show and our part to do a part and be a help to this.
And we really appreciate the support. I know that there's been several who have been on the shows talking about that through the last couple of years, and we appreciate you giving us the time to do that.
We enjoy that very much. That's
Great.
part of what we do.
Well, good, thank you.
It's good to to meet meet you. you.
You could say that we are shameless in our support of helping our people in need in Ashtabula County. And Jim's just been one of our great cheerleaders. And Barb, I thought it was fun for us to put him in the hot seat today when usually he's asking us those difficult questions.
Right.
I'm glad to be here and to be a part and to show any support that we can. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Did it change at all? So we know now. So 68, 58. So we're at 59, 17.
Well, doing a television show and working in the communications industry every weekday as I do here for Great Wave, I know nothing about how to get online and make donations. No, I'm just teasing. It's very easy to do, I'm just teasing. But I thought I wanted to donate for today, so I've got a donation for you live and in cash here for Feed the Hope, and I hope that it helps out many, many people in our area.
Hey, well, thank you so much.
Well, you're very welcome. Glad to do it.
Very appreciative.
Keep
There
up
you
the
go.
good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Barb. Welcome back.
Yes,
That was very nice of Jim.
it was extremely nice.
You know, we should really thank our sponsors at this point, and I have a long list of folks, and I want to run by. First of all, our event sponsors, these are the people who really go the extra 2 miles, if you will. The Ashtabula Foundation, we're very grateful for their support. Woodcraft Industries, and they are located
They're in Orwell.
Orwell. Oh my goodness, from
Yeah.
Conneaut to Orwell.
There you go.
Right, and Ashtabula in between. The Robert S. Morrison Foundation from Ashtabula. And you know this person, this Mary Clark, what a dear.
Yeah, she's from Roaming Shores.
Roaming Shores. And then Direction Home of Eastern Ohio Incorporated. Now tell me a little bit about them.
Direction Home, they're physically located in Youngstown, but they are the planning organization for older adult services. Their service area is Ashtabula, Trumbull, Mahoning, and Columbiana counties. And their CEO, Joe Rossi, has been...
Joe Rossi?
The Joe
Quiet,
Rossi.
shy Joe?
The Joe Rossi. Has been very supportive, like, absolutely from day one. I think he was one of the first phone calls I made after you called me. I was like, Joe, I have a project. And he jumped right on board, given the fact of how many seniors use pantries, and he's been super.
Good, we appreciate their support. Now, our diamond sponsors, we have another level. Circle K,
Yes.
and please help stimulate the economy by supporting our friends at Circle K. Paul and Tina Spigler.
Yes.
And tell
They're
us about the individuals.
I personally have never met them, but they have for the last 2 years contributed.
Thank you, Paul and Tina. We're very grateful for that. May you be blessed with your gift to this program. Lakeview Credit Union, our good friends there, very supportive, and they've...
And with that money, I believe, if I'm correct, I do believe I'm correct, is they actually sell candy bars, and then the money raised is what they contribute. So whenever you go into Lakeview Credit and you see those candy bars, that money is going to Feed the Hope.
I've got to buy those, right?
Yes.
You're right. Ashtabula County, the Ashtabula Foundation, this is for Grand Valley. I think it's for our young people, right?
It is. It is it's the Grand Valley Youth Philanthropy Group, where the students actually decide, they get an allocation of money from the foundation, and they decide by proposals that are submitted to them of how to divide that money up. And so, yes.
Fantastic, great for our young people. And the Ashtabula County Medical Center,
Yes, again.
been on board from the very beginning.
Very beginning.
That would be, what's his name, Johnny Come Lately Broom?
Yeah.
He's here today. And then there's this lovely lady, I know, Nancy Patterson. We can forget the fellow she's married to, but.
No, you guys, both of you have been right there, and we really appreciate that. You've done, even though when you called me and said, I have a project, and nobody ever says no to Representative Patterson. Let me just say that.
That's true, and it's because it's for the good of the whole. That's why it's important. That's why it's important. And Nancy and I feel strongly that this is an important program. In fact, I have to tell you, my 86-year-old mother had a conversation with me. She said, Johnny, she can still call me Johnny, I'm so disappointed. I won't be able to package meals this year, but what can I do to help? And I said, well, Mom, you can still go online. So she's raring to go next year.
There you go.
Because she believes too. So those were our diamond sponsors. We have gold sponsors here too. Look at this, the Roaming Shores Police.
Yes, that was through, they started doing an annual Can the Cruiser. And so they collect food, but also monetary contributions, and then that money, the monetary contributions go to Feed the Hope.
Fantastic. And there's the Ashtabula Foundation again. We support them and their Lakeview Credit Union. Again, my goodness gracious, they are just all over the place. Our silver sponsors, and I know Ken Morton, and I knew Mary Morton too. Two very special people.
Very, very special. We've
Ken,
known them for a long time.
They were always, as a pair, and now Ken, still very giving back to our greater community in many ways. So thank you, Ken Morton. We have another level of sponsors here. Bronze, the Windsor United Methodist Women. I'm telling you, there's that group. Still competitive they are.
They are.
I bet they put a challenge out to other Methodist women around the county.
Well, they won, so.
And Mary Ann Havens.
Yes.
I don't, where does she live? Not sure.
I believe I'm not sure, I can't remember.
But she lives in Ashtabula County, and she's been very
I
supportive
almost want to
of
say
our efforts.
Jefferson, but I'm not sure.
Yes. And then there's this guy, JP, I wonder what that stands for. Ducro? You know of him?
I do know JP, Commissioner Ducro.
That's right, and he's been on board with us, and he has, along with our other two commissioners, they've, sweat equity they've put into this by being on the assembly line.
Very much, and even Commissioner Kozlowski, I mean, he did he spent hours with Patrick Arcaro putting up our banners last year all around, and so it took almost,
And they didn't fall off any ladders.
They did not. I was a little concerned there for a minute.
Casey was coordinated, it was Patrick we were worried about.
That's right.
And we have some other sponsors here too, Elizabeth Bell.
Yes.
And you know Elizabeth, and Ted and Virginia Seifert, or is it Seifert? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, so sorry if we
Well, if
killed
it's
your
a
name.
good German name, E and I is pronounced I, so I'm gonna go with Seifert.
Okay, we'll go with that.
But Ted and Virginia, thank you for your help. Sorry if I butchered that, but just using my good college background in German there. And Victoria Sammons, we're very grateful for her help too. So those are the people who have really stepped up to move the ball forward. And Barb, I have to ask you, where do we stand now?
We are at $59,179, so we are within.
We're close. We're closing in, right?
We're close.
All right, we need a little bit more help to get over the finish line, and we're looking for, again, how much?
$65,000.
And how can somebody help us again?
Again, through our GoFundMe page, or send checks directly to Country Neighbor at P.O. Box 212, Orwell 44076. Again, if you do send in checks, please make sure you denote Feed the Hope either in the memo or in something. Let me know for sure that that it is Feed the Hope.
And Barb, we're getting the look from our producer, Scott Winiga. So we're going to cut over to Scott and see what he has in store for you.
Okay.
Well, we've got something that was just sent to us.
Just sent to us?
Yes, and let's take a look.
Hey, Commissioner Whittington, as a member of the senior board, Patrick has a surprise for us.
Well, where is he? I haven't seen him all day.
You know, he's always always doing something on behalf of the county and on behalf of the senior levy.
He is, and we are so thankful. Look, here he comes.
Wait, am I late? Am I late?
You're late.
No.
You're late.
Barb, we have a last-minute announcement.
Barb, on behalf of the Senior Levy Board, we would like to present to the Feed the Hope Committee this $10,000 check to hopefully bring it over the top.
This is great news. Everybody supports Feed the Hope 2020.
And remember, you can donate last minute at GoFundMe.com, Feed the Hope 2020.
Goodness gracious, Barb, that's got me all excited. $10,000.
That's awesome. Thank you so much to the Ashtabula County Senior Levy Advisory Board.
My goodness gracious.
Fantastic.
Where does that put us?
Guess where that puts us?
Where does that put us?
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
$69,179. We have met our goal, but anything over and above still will go to provide food. So, you know, don't let that stop you now. So, but yes, we have reached our 65 and surpassed it. Yes.
Fantastic. We are so grateful for everybody out there who's contributed, hoping that they can get involved next year with their contributions and their time. And we will be in touch with them. There will be more online communication, but to make this an ongoing effort to help our people in need right here in Ashtabula County. And Barb, I can't say enough how, as a representative going out now, I'm term limited, this means so much to me to have been able to have worked with you, and I'm not jumping ship on you, for the last 3 years, but moving forward to help our people. It's people helping people that make a difference. And I've talked with some of our folks on the assembly line, so to speak, and I've asked them, what do you get out of it? And their answer is, I think I get more out of the thought of helping somebody else than any other part of what I might be doing today or next week or next month. That the giving back is so important. So there's two ways of looking at this in terms of wins. The people who receive the meals, but those who have that inner satisfaction of helping to assemble them in this greater community that we call Ashtabula County. So I want to thank you, thank the efforts of all of our people who've given so freely of their time. And Barb, you get the last word because this is your show.
Well, you know, I joke a lot about nobody says no to Representative Patterson when he calls. And when he did call me and say, you know, there's this project as the Ashtabula County Food Bank that I really would like to see come to Ashtabula County. It will help a lot of people. You know, I joke about that, but it is only through your vision and your creative, you know, hey, Ashtabula County, we can do this, that I really appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you trusted us enough to say, hey, you know, here, I'd like you to take this. And again, it's not me, it's not Country Neighbor, it's all of us together. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who support this project, whether it's, you know, through our volunteerism or through monetary contributions. There are so many of you out there, and it means so much to, I see the people that we serve. I see those individuals who come, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in 2021.
There you go. I should have looked at the date.
Thanks again.